it's storybook ending to spend the last year in Highmark here, and with all the memories in that stadium, and sending out with the band with the Super Bowl.
So I have to ask you about these rivalry uniforms. I saw a few fans comparing the cold front look to the Backstreet Boys. So how do you feel about them?
Oh, I didn't see the Backstreet Boys, but hey, I'm okay with that. We're fine with that.
Really?
The cold fronts are unbelievable. They did such a good job. Our team did with designing these, and um, yeah, I wish we could play with them in the snow because I don't know if you'd be able to see us in those.
Well, on another note, you definitely had an eventful offseason, man. Congratulations on getting married. Between that, media deals, routine adjustments with football. I'm curious how you stay focused with all this extra personal and public attention that you've had this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I think not being on social media definitely helps. Finding new perspective in life, and um, just again being where your feet are. And I think as a quarterback, I'm so trained to focus on what's now and not really relish on what happened. And this offseason, it's been pretty dang good. Got to marry the love of my life, and um, like you said, the media deals, the contract, and like all that stuff. It's fine and dandy, but no more important than um, you know who I got to marry, and I think that's given me a lot of perspective on my life. So I think it's been awesome.
I saw DK is gonna be in a movie with her. Have you ever thought about
Yep.
making an appearance on TV? You think acting might be in your future a little bit?
You know what? The thing is, like, I'd make her feel I wouldn't do her justice. My wife, like
Okay.
I'll leave the acting to her. I'm never gonna say never, but she is unbelievably talented. She's so
She is.
freaking good at what she does, and I feel like I would let her down if I was on screen. Like
Oh,
I wouldn't be to her standard. She'd be
leave
critiquing
it to
me.
Travis Kelsey then. Okay. Maybe someday. Maybe
Maybe
someday.
someday.
Someday. So, as a reigning MVP, I can imagine the expectations in Buffalo are very high. The fans always have high expectations for y'all, but how are you handling that pressure coming into the season? And also, what is your personal goal for this year? I'm sure Super Bowl is one, but for you, what are some of those expectations that you're bringing into the season too?
Yeah, I mean, I think this year is kind of different for me in terms of expectations. I don't have any expectations. I just want to go out there. I'm going to play the best football that I can play, and I think we had Ted Scott in last year, who's Scottie Scheffler's caddy. Okay,
Okay.
and Ted Scott was just basically like, guys, let go of expectations and just focus on what you're doing right there and right now. And I've really tried to adapt that in my life of just like I'm going to focus more on the process than the results. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. And God's timing is always right. So I'm gonna go out there and do everything that I can be to be successful, but work hard, practice the right way, and then during the game, try to take each and every play like it's the most important play, um, and then be okay with whatever happens after that. So that's my expectation.
I like that. That's a good lesson to have for life. I've been reading Bill Belichick's book, and he's actually been talking literally about what you just said. So I'm like, two really successful people. Maybe I should stop, worrying about so much myself. So I like that. That's a very good outlook to have. So, going off that first game of the season, y'all are going to be playing the Ravens. And people are obviously already saying that it's the AFC game of the year. And last year, y'all beat them in the playoffs. So how are you feeling about that matchup?
I mean, it's week one. It's no more important than any other game throughout the season, but it's the most important one right now because it's the next one. And again, taking it one game at a time throughout the season, and going out there and again trying to play our best football. And they're a really good team. They're a fantastic football team. They're a fantastic organization. They've got a great head coach. They've got an unbelievable quarterback, and their defense is dang stout. So, we've got to do everything right leading up into it next week, and then come Sunday night, we're gonna have to put our best stuff on the field to win that game.
Yeah. You broke Ravens fans' heart getting that MVP, man. Do you think Lamar is going to come in extra spicy this season?
I don't know. I think I think he's gonna be great regardless of how he's feeling. So he's a special talent.
So you mentioned some of your you don't have any expectations necessarily for yourself this season, but looking ahead to 2026, there's going to be a new home turf in your future. So how do you envision connecting that future landmark with what you're doing now, today on the field in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the movie lover in me, like, hey, let's end this season on a bang. It's storybook ending to spend the last year in Highmark here and with all the memories um, in that stadium and sending out with a bang with the Super Bowl. But again, like just focusing one game at a time. And then when we get to that new stadium next year, I've gotten to step foot in it a few times. It's a spectacular facility. So when we get there, we'll get there. But week one versus the Ravens.
Given some of the changes in the offensive scheme or personnel, how are you adapting your playing style, especially your rushing and passing dynamics?
Yeah, I think obviously new additions on the receiving end, Josh Palmer and Elijah Moore. But other than that, it's pretty similar to last year and having the same mindset of hey, everybody eats and everybody's got to do their job and
Yeah.
sometimes you're gonna have to clear it out and the next time you're gonna hope that whoever you cleared it out for is gonna clear it out for you and um, just trying to be a pretty balanced attack and be two-dimensional. I think Joe does such a good job of calling the games of making sure that hey, they don't know if we're running it, they don't know if we're running play action, they don't know if we're running drop back. Like we got so many different personnels that we can put on the field, but I think it kind of boils down to how smart our guys are and putting them in the right spots to be successful for us.